Hello everybody and welcome back to Best Friends Who...
Ferret, fuck in the Barrett bedroom.
Choo-hoo!
Come on. What? What? Did I just fluster you with my kind of like my beatboxing skills?
You just got me a bit giddy, I think.
That is the first time in a very long time I made you feel that kind of way.
I know, I was just looking at the photo next to me. Mourning those people. I miss those days where I would get butterflies.
You've ruined me.
I've ruined you? That's a very bold statement to say.
No, I'm joking. I have my own problems.
Yeah, you're too right you do.
I do.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
That is okay.
2023.
Mm-hmm.
Men do cry.
Every day.
I don't cry every day. No, that's not true.
No, you moan and you whimper and you whine.
I do whine. Don't you whine that. Anyway, guys.
Anyway, hello everyone. How are we doing today? Hope the day's going well.
I can tell you how it's doing.
Oh yeah,
I asked you guys on Instagram, how your week's been? Yeah? And I want to create a new segment about this. Every week I'm going to, we're going to do a bit of a, how you guys feeling? And you're going to let me know. I'm going to read some of them out on the podcast. But I haven't got a name for it. So if you guys want to comment down below whatever name you think we should call this. But
how
anyway,
are you doing today?
Shit name, innit? Well,
what else is it
That's why you're not
be?
the creative lead of this fucking podcast, mate.
I am the fucking creative. Who's the one who comes up with the episodes every week, huh?
And that's why we're banging views. Anyway.
Shall we just stop this then?
No.
Shall we just stop this whole podcast together?
No.
Because my mental health would be so much better.
That's a shame. Anyway, shit. My friend is now pregnant and my other friend is dating a 65-year-old. But I'm watching The Vampire Diaries.
Oh, nice.
That's quite nice.
I love The Vampire Diaries.
Team Damon or Team Stefan?
Damon, of course. What kind of question is that?
We all love a bad boy, don't
I'd
we?
love to be ruled dog by Damon Salvatore.
Okay. And we continue. I did 10 shits. 10
I wish.
in a week. That's quite a lot. That's like more than one per day.
So you then?
Yeah, that's healthy.
Yeah.
That's a healthy amount.
You just said it's not normal.
Got hit by a car.
Oh.
Oh.
You okay?
Well,
Is
he
everything
Instagrammed
all
us.
right?
Well, I'm guessing he's alright.
Maybe
When
from
your
hospital.
legs don't work like they used to.
That's such a dead joke.
Sorry.
That's happened one too many times, Chief.
Sorry. Great. Never felt sluttier.
Oh, nice.
I love being a sluzzer.
Sluzzer.
What are you a slut for?
Marvelous Creations.
Oh, I'm a whore for them.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm a whore.
But we get the big packs of it, the big boy. But it goes in like 2 seconds. We don't have self-control, so I have to hide it from James.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Think I've done about 2 shits this week. That's you, mate.
That's me.
That's unhealthy.
Constipated queen.
That's completely
I
the
should probably
opposite.
go to the doctors, but irrelevant.
Yep. Watched a man get hit by a car. Don't know if that's related to the other one.
Oh.
Maybe. And my mum drank after 3 years sober.
My mum drank after 3 years sober.
That's not funny.
No, I was doing
that's
the
horrible.
accent.
That's horrible.
No, that's peak. I've been there before, but not with my mum, with my dad. R.I.P. ban.
The guy died in the car crash. So.
James, for real?
Yes.
That's really sad. That's really sad.
Why are you laughing? That's horrible.
Are you lying?
I'm not lying. I wouldn't lie about that shit. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I don't know. You're a weird compulsive liar. You lie about things that don't need to be lied about.
That's true.
Yeah. So are you lying?
No.
Oh.
No. I mean, that's true as in he died.
Oh. Stop staring at me.
I did 7 shits in one day. That's mad.
Right, I've heard enough.
But we've got a lot about shit this week. They're not awful.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Someone got hit by a car and died. I don't need to hear that.
No, but we need to kind of have a bit of both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make us feel appreciative of being here
I
right
thought it was
now.
going to lift my spirits. Oh, that poor man.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Anyway, what have you been up to this week?
Well, my therapist followed me on Instagram, so that's fun.
That's something.
Yeah.
How's that make you feel?
When it happened, it was like an early morning. I was already feeling hungover and had anxiety from the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And that popping up on my screen just sent me over the edge. And I thought, oh, I don't know if I like that. Instantly, my body went weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt really uneasy. And I was like, I told you. And I told my friends. And they all said, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of confused in my head because I was like, one thing, is it weird for your therapist to follow you? But also, am I even allowed to feel uncomfortable or weird about it because I do social media and my account is public?
Yeah.
So realistically, anyone is allowed to follow me, right? So who am I to say, not you, therapist, you can't follow me?
Well, you can say that.
I mean, I can.
And you did.
I hadn't voiced that beforehand, so
No.
I guess technically it's my fault, because if I knew that that was going to make me feel uncomfortable, I probably should have brought it up starting the sessions.
Did you think that your Instagram, the therapist would ever follow you on Instagram though?
No, I didn't.
So then why'd you have to voice that?
Well, now I know that maybe you have to voice these things.
Especially when you're so famous at yourself.
I'm not James.
I'm joking.
When I'm saying this, I'm not saying it. Oh, I'm so famous. I'm this. I'm that.
No, I
that's
fully
not
get
the case. But in my head, I'm like, Isabella, you can't even be annoyed about that if your account's public. That's on you.
Yeah, but there's a difference of they can view it and then follow it. It almost just feels like they're like trying to find like more background on you to like understand deeper.
It made
like,
me feel uncomfortable because I genuinely didn't think that was ever going to happen, and I didn't think she would be even able to find me on Instagram, right? And I didn't think that was a thing. I thought it was like a breach of privacy or something. That's just in my head.
I think everyone. Well, it's all subjective. Therapy works in different ways, and if you don't feel comfortable, then you don't feel comfortable, and that's that.
Because for me, it was like I was telling her things where I was speaking about people that she could probably now put a face to while following my Instagram, aka James.
You're chatting shit about me.
Or other people, no, family members, etc. Not chatting shit. It was just talking about my life, you know. And I was comfortable doing that because I didn't think that there would be like a face. She would be able to like have a face to it, right? Yeah. So when I saw this, I was like, I don't like this. So I spoke to my friends and I was like, guys, am I being over dramatic? Like, am I a weirdo for feeling this? And they were like, no, that's weird. That's really weird. I've had therapists in the past and they would never do that. So I was like, okay, I guess I just don't feel comfortable doing this anymore. And I told her I didn't want to go to sessions anymore, but I said I wasn't angry or I wasn't annoyed. I just feel really uncomfortable about this. And I said, you probably did it with no ill intent, and maybe you did it by accident. And then I said, James, I'm really scared to send this. And James kind of hyped me up to send this email because I don't want confrontation. It's like I just couldn't help how my body felt in that moment, and I just didn't feel comfortable. I just didn't want to do that anymore. So I sent the email. I said, wish you all the best, no bad vibes. And I told James, if she responds, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. But James is a nosy bastard, and he wanted to see the email.
I did.
And he has read it. And he hasn't told me what it says because I've said till this day, I don't want to know. And I still don't really want to know.
But I'm going to tell you anyway.
Why?
It's really not bad. You need some clarity on that situation.
No,
man.
I don't.
You need some
because
closure.
you told me. The one thing that you did tell me was that it wasn't bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. She was just being like every 14-year-old back in the day on Instagram.
What? What do you mean?
Do you want me to tell you? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Yes or no? Shall I tell you?
Is it going to make me feel anxious?
No. It shouldn't do.
Okay, go on.
Basically, what she was doing, she just ended up mass following a load of people. And obviously, she followed you in the midst of it all, but didn't realise. She said she just did a huge mass following to gain like exposure on a therapy company Instagram brand.
Yeah.
And ended up one of them being you. And that was that.
But did she know it was me?
No. She didn't know who she followed. She was just clicking fucking loads of people.
Uh-huh.
And then she obviously didn't know. She didn't even think twice.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you're like, what the fuck? Why are you following me? And she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why am I following you, huh?
Okay.
So it was just a bad accident. So it wasn't like she was snooping through. Yeah. She was just mass following everybody because she was trying to get some fucking followers up.
Yeah.
Get more of that moolah in.
Okay, that makes me feel so much better.
See? Closure. Everybody, round of applause for me. King shit.
I still don't know if I want to talk about this because it makes me feel really uncomfortable. I don't know why.
Well, then guess what? We will no longer speak of it. Nip it in the bud like that.
But also I'm scared she's going to hear this.
Well, if she does, I might join you for next week's therapy session because I fucking need it. Tell you what, for free, yeah? People are like, oh, do you know what I need a bit of? Retail therapy. I can't afford that shit. I can't do therapy or retail therapy. So what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Meditate.
That's free.
Come to yoga classes with me.
Yeah, so...
Shot time.
I thought I'd do a bit of an early one just to get the fucking blood pumping. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been drinking for about
Right,
5 days in a row.
And we've got lime, not lemon this time. Hallelujah.
Fun fact about lime, they don't have pips in it.
Oh, crazy fact, hey?
Thank you very much.
Well, in today's episode, guys, we thought that we would speak about social media.
Yeah.
Specifically, our most embarrassing / awful / cringy stories we've had, as well as the cons of social media, as well as answer your questions to do with social media being a career. A career. What are these fingers?
I don't know. What are they?
When people do this, quotation marks. Yeah. Career.
It's a career. Get a real job.
We thought we would talk about this because it's quite a topic that some people are quite curious or nosy about, and for the purpose of the entertainment of this episode, we are going to be talking about the cons, not the pros, because obviously we could sit here all day and tell you about the pros, but it's not that fun, is it?
No.
You want to hear the bad stuff.
You want to hear the juicy shit, and that's what we're here for. The
juicy shit, yeah.
And also, this kind of subject's little bit taboo, because like we're thinking, how do we say it to not sound like a dickhead, or what do we say to, not to offend anybody, not going to offend anybody, but also just like we want to come across the right way. We're not doing this to flex. We're doing this or like say, oh, look at us.
We're not saying the cons to be like, oh, feel sorry for me. Like, no, we are not. Disclaimer, that is not the purpose of this episode at all. We just want to basically show you that in everything in life there are pros and there are cons, because before me starting social media I looked at influencers as if they had the perfect life, the perfect job, and I have now realised that of course that's just not reality. There are always cons in everything, but we are not comparing social media to any other job, because we just don't need to do that here. We're not trying to say that our life is hard, because that is not the case at all.
Yep.
We're just talking about some of the cons.
And also, no one speaks about it because they're scared to. But honestly, what's there to be scared about? Do you know what I mean? Just fucking say it how it is. And if loads of people want to get into social media, and that's a reality, so we're going to tell you things you need to know.
Before you get into it, you might as well know the bad parts that you don't really want to pay attention to. Anyway, let's have a shot.
Cheers to sucking Willy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I did the whole shot.
Yeah, I gave you a small one.
Oh. I was
So I'm
proud
glad
of
you did.
myself.
Well done. So, what embarrassing story do you want to start off with? Because holy shit, have we got a few. I can start off with one, if you want.
What is this one?
So, it's about... I'm going to fucking run it, mate. I'm saying it. So, this is about an event that we went to.
Okay.
Called Talkfest.
Oh, no! I thought we aren't talking about this.
So,
I don't know what you were about to say, but Talkfest as a whole,
No, Talkfest as a whole was an absolute mazzoline, okay? And I'll tell you that for free. So, people who are not aware of Talkfest is basically where, like, TikTokers and stuff will go meet their viewers and their supporters in, like, a big kind of, like, exhibition room, yeah? And there'll be panels to talk about certain things, and there'll be meet and greets and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I was very fortunate to go onto the male comedy panel to talk about how, like...
Was it male comedy?
Yeah, it was.
No, it was fashion.
And comedy, bro. I fucking know, Chief.
Okay.
Because I was there. Yeah, I had two. Both on one each day. Because I'm that in demand. Anyway. So on the first day, I remember saying to Isabel, I'm going to crack this amazing joke on stage. Okay? Because I guarantee they're going to ask you, like, what's the tips on how to be a TikToker, all that shit. So I'm on stage and my heart's beating a bit because I get a little bit nervous sometimes. And God, I can tell there was thousands of people in that crowd, man. There was like thousands. There was like 10. And I was sitting there on the stage and I pick up this mic and I'm like, okay. And the host goes, so, what are the tips to be a TikToker? If anybody wanted to start in the career of being, social media, what advice would you give them? And I just decided, I'm going to fucking pick up the mic. And if there's a time to crack this joke, it's fucking now. So I grab the mic and I go, well, there's 3 tips, 3 steps to be a TikToker. First of all, you either got to be good at dancing.
Uh-huh.
Second of all, you've got to be good looking. Or thirdly, you got to be funny. Well, luckily for me, I'm all 3.
Silence.
That was kind of the reaction I got from everyone in the crowd. I was kind of hoping not to play it off like, joking. And then I said, "No, I'm only joking. I'm just the second one," which is, I'm good looking. Nobody said shit. And it was like, "Oh, cool. That's some good advice, James. Anybody else?" And I was like, "God, I'm fucking joking. Now I look like a dickhead."
Did the mic go out as well?
That was the second time.
Oh.
When I said I was wearing women's trousers and they've got to be a tall woman. And then the whole mic went, and the whole room went silent. And I went, "Do you know what? I'm not cut out for this shit, man."
I don't want to talk about Talkfest anymore.
Gives you anxiety.
Yes.
Oh, that's just a funny story I have to say. Just, public speaking, I just got chucked a mic and I thought, you know what, I'm going to make people laugh. That's my kind of career, man. I'm make people laugh all the time. I was hoping to get a whole, fucking stand-up round of applause. Everyone was like, "That was so fucking funny, bro. Just stand-up comedian." Nothing. No. Fucking dead. Absolutely dead.
What do you expect, though? It's 13-year-old girls in that crowd. They don't understand your humour. I don't know.
James, I fucking love you. Whoa! That's what I was expecting, but literally it was the fucking worst.
They're like, "Who is this guy?"
And I've never been since.
Yeah, but that's because not because you haven't been invited.
No, because I can't face the fucking thing again. I could never do that shit ever again.
It sounded like you were saying that they uninvited you after that.
Well, they didn't. They're like, "That guy was hilarious, bring him back." Joking. Anyway, fucking move error on.
I think, for me, one of the most recent ones, because we haven't really been going to many events.
No.
One, they give me anxiety. Two, we've just been jet setters at the moment. We've just been here, there and everywhere. We just don't have time.
We're too busy for that life.
So too busy. But the one I can think of was at the start of this year, I think. And we were at a premiere for a film.
Babylon, right?
Babylon, yes. And I wanted to go all out. I wore a dress from House of CB, and sometimes those dresses can be very tight. And basically, I could not go to the toilet without taking this dress off completely. So the whole time when we got to the premiere to when we were sat down to watch the film, I hadn't been to the toilet and I was bursting, and I was like, "James, please come to the toilet with me. Before this film starts, please let me go." And of course you said no.
I can't do that. I can't be in a woman's toilet. So scare a woman off.
I said, "James, there's a unisex one, when it's just one big toilet." I was like, "Just come in the toilet with me."
No, people think we're going to have sex, bro. We never get invited to that shit ever again.
So I was like, "Fine, I guess I'm going to have to go do this myself." So I go into this toilet and I have to get completely butt naked to go on the toilet and pee. So I do all that. Then I put the dress back on. But obviously, it's one big long zip at the back, and I've got short arms, so I can't get it all the way up. So it's pretty much undone. So I have to keep it undone, leave that toilet, find my seat back in the premiere cinema, and then wait for James to do it back up for me. I thought that no one was... When I opened that door, I thought no one was going to be there. But someone was there, and my titties were out. And
I did not know this.
And the guy, I don't know his real name, but the guy from Skins, my friend used to fancy him so much.
The one that looks like me. Everyone says it looks like me.
Freddie?
Yeah.
Or is his name Cook?
Yeah.
He was there.
He saw your tits.
Yes. Not my nips, can we just say? But it was like, I was like...
Your tit was coming
I was out. like this. Like walking.
No way.
And I was like...
I'm pretty sure it's the guy everyone says I look like. Not to be that fucking... Oh, it was me. No, but it's like... I think I know who you're on about.
Yes, that was kind
Skins
of awkward.
Boys. Oh, who is it? Okay.
Probably anticlimactic. But for me, I was like, "Oh my God, it's him." Because I had to double take, and I was like, "Oh my God, that fucking thing." And then I told
Was it James Cook?
Yes,
Jack
yes.
Holy shit, bro. That's massive.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, him.
Every girl's going to be jealous of you right now.
Really?
Every girl. He is like, everyone was like, "Oh, he's so fit, I want to fuck him."
Yeah, he is very fit.
He is actually really attractive and doesn't look anything like me. So, that makes me feel great.
I think in terms of
if I had
you
a beard
looking
and
like
eyebrows
Harry
and good
Styles
hairline.
or him, I would say you look more like him.
Yeah, but he has hairline. I don't. He has eyebrows. I don't. He has a beard. I don't. He is fit. I am not.
James!
I'm not in a good shape right now.
Don't put yourself down like that.
God, just... I don't want to talk about
So
it.
yeah, that's the most recent embarrassing thing. Luckily, not many embarrassing things I take that back. Loads of embarrassing things happen to me. I just don't really let myself get embarrassed. I think I feel like people who do social media, they have this like barrier within themselves where they just don't get phased by embarrassment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you've got to have that in a way if you're going to even do social media. But I think we should speak about the event where we went on that 24-hour
event
journey to Ibiza.
Okay.
Because in that 24 hours, a lot happened. We're not going to name the brand because I don't know if we're...
But people can guess
just
the
in
brand.
case.
It's quite
it's quite
apparent,
obvious.
But we're not going to name it. But that was probably the craziest 24 hours of my life. I can't explain. I have never been drunk for it's probably around about 36 hours on the trot.
Yeah.
I was drunk from the minute I got there, before I was on the plane,
Yeah.
to the minute I got home.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I pissed in David Guetta's pool.
Yep.
And there's nothing that anybody can do about it. I pissed in David Guetta's pool and I feel proud.
You feel proud?
To say that I've pissed in David Guetta's pool is pretty fucking cool, mate.
I mean, do you want to know something?
What?
I pissed in his pool too.
You pissed in his pool too? Come on. Gang shit.
Gang.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people piss in that pool. I mean, when the drinks are flowing and the vibes are vibing, you don't want to get out of that
People
pool.
do more than piss in that pool.
Yeah, well, we can't talk about that because we will get in trouble.
But
Not drugs, okay? Not drugs.
But what you can talk about is that awful, cringe-worthy moment that actually went viral on TikTok. Thanks to me.
I mean, I kind of instigated that by going, everybody, film this. And as you guys have probably seen, I decided to dive bomb in David Guetta's pool in the shallow end. Did I know it was a shallow end? No. How tall am I, Isabella?
6'4".
Yes.
6'3", really.
6'4". And I kind of jumped in and landed halfway in, bounced. My knees kind of like took a lot of shock. And do you know what I thought? I'm just going to swim in like it was planned. I remember I've got Haz filming me. I've got Man Like Isaac filming me. I've got you filming me. And I had some I think Bart or someone was filming me. I had about 4 or 5 people behind me. And I jump in like, guys, check this shit out. Jump in and I swim off like nothing happened. And I was dying
That was
inside.
horrific.
I was
That
dying
awful.
inside.
That made me question you.
But it's fine because I was drunk.
Was it fine?
Yes.
Yes.
You
Because
still
we
with
don't
me?
get embarrassed, like I
You
said.
still with me?
I am still with you,
Exactly. So, gave you some money on the TikTok Creator Fund,
I guess.
and we made a memory together.
Yeah, we did
That's
make a
what
memory.
all
I'll
life is
never
about.
forget that.
That is embarrassing. That's probably the worst part of my life.
I think another embarrassing story within that trip is how we always get into, I guess, difficult situations.
Yeah.
Not because we want to be difficult, but I feel like we're just not very easy people, I guess.
That's not true. We have shit luck and we stand
Yeah.
up for ourselves.
That's what I mean. Just like checking into hotels in general, it never goes smoothly for us. Always something bad happens, and on this trip it was no different. So there was about 30
Probably.
TikTokers all checking into this hotel that we were staying in for the night, and we all have allocated bedrooms. So you pretty much stand in a queue, and they're like, "Here's your room, go," and then you have 20 minutes to get ready. And me and James were at the back of the queue, everyone was getting their rooms. Once it was our turn, we say, "Oh, hello, my name's Isabella Hill, James Foreman." They're like, "You don't have a room." And we say, "What? Are you sure?" And they go, "No, your room's already been taken." And we go, "Well, we're right here. How's that possible?" Basically, there was a lot of Izzies on that trip, including Izzy Oakley. And long story short, they put her in our room, and we said, "Oh, okay, it's fine. Can you not just put us in her room so we do swapsies?" And they're like, "No, you have to be in that room, and she has to go with Brooke." Because apparently we had to share rooms on that trip, but because me and James are in a relationship, we just share a room anyway.
And they had clothes and stuff for us in that room, which were meant for us.
Yeah, so we had to go to those specific rooms. So we obviously didn't feel comfortable doing this because we didn't want Izzy to think that we were like just shunning her out of this room, like, get out, that's our room, because that really wasn't the case. But they were very hesitant. Not hesitant, they were very persistent that we go into that room. So we had to follow this man, go to the room and knock on Izzy's door, bless her, while she was half getting ready, and basically had to kick her out. And I feel awful still to this day because I really hope she doesn't think that was our doing, because we really did try to let her keep that room.
Yeah, we tried, and you know, I saw things I shouldn't have seen.
James!
And I felt awful. And she had no idea. And it was more like she was very rushed. She had no idea one of us was going to be at the door.
Yeah.
And it was just, you know, mid getting ready. You can imagine it. It was a bit like, holy shit, I should turn around. And the man who was trying to get her out didn't give a shit. He was like, you get out now.
Yeah, I know.
And she had like, you know, a towel on her hair, towel on her body, and like all this shit, makeup in her hands and half makeup done. And she was basically just told to grab her bags and fuck off.
Yeah.
And basically caused a bit of a problem. Not a problem, but everyone was like, oh my God, James and Isabella being so difficult. And like, everybody was talking about it. And I was like, for fuck's sake.
No, we seem like such dickheads.
We seem like
like,
such
get out
dickheads.
my room.
Get out of the fucking room. But it was like, you know, it was just one of those times where, you know, we started off the trip on the wrong foot. It was just a bit like, oh shit, here we go. And
then another thing that James did to get on the wrong foot is complain about the £40 breakfast.
As I fucking should. As I should. I'm not as privileged as some of these fucking influencers out here. 40 quid's a lot of money to me.
Yeah.
That's a weekly shop. Do you know what I mean? And I got told fucking breakfast is included. So what's it? Breakfast is included and I'm not paying it. Someone's paying for that shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
We were very hungover the morning after, and James just wanted an orange juice, but basically the hotel said, no, it's £40 for the breakfast, and if you want orange juice, you pay that £40. So obviously James then decides to put in the group chat, I thought this breakfast was free. I ain't paying £40 for this.
Yep.
What did you think was going to happen when you said that?
I'll tell you what happened. We woke up one of the people from the team. They came downstairs and they sorted it out. And I went, fuck yeah. As you should.
You just look like a bastard. You look like a little cheapskate.
I look like a cheapskate, like a bastard. But you told me it's free and it's free for me. So you know what I mean. What are you going to do? If you told me it wasn't free, I'll go down and pay.
I mean, fair enough, because that's £40 for an orange juice is a lot, to be fair.
Yeah, look, they did look after us very well on that trip.
Yeah, they did.
So for me to ask for a £40 breakfast. And that's another thing people started speaking about.
Yes.
I overheard someone in front of me saying, we didn't know I was behind them. And they were like, fucking hell, James is being difficult on this trip, isn't he? You know, what's the problem with the £40 breakfast? Just get the fucking breakfast. I say, I'll tell you why, because you got 1.5 fucking million followers and you get 40 quid and a fucking like that in a minute. Do you know how long it takes to get 40 quid? About fucking 3 months, mate. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, I want that fucking breakfast and it's got to be free because I'm hanging out my fucking ass right now. And I'm a lot bigger than you, so I should be able to stomach my fucking drink, but I fucking can't. But yeah, that
trip was really fun. I think sometimes we just really do make it hard for ourselves.
Well, don't say one thing and do another. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to give me free breakfast, fucking give me free breakfast. Anyway, but there's also a lot of really cool things, you know, about being a TikToker or an influencer. You know, you get to meet people that you kind of sort of like idolize, or, you know, people that are trending. You're like, oh, he's really cool, she's really cool. Mm-hmm. And then you just bump into them at events. Like, I remember we're at one event, I feel like it's like clothing line drop or whatever, and it was just free alcohol, right? Free alcohol it was like AU vodka in cans, man. It was nuts, right? Isabella broke the seal early. She can go for a piss, and I'm very antisocial, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna stay in the corner by the toilet and just wait. So I'm waiting, and I get a tap on the shoulder, and I turn around, and it's this girl. I didn't recognise her, and she's like, "Oh hi, sorry to be annoying. You know, I really like Isabella's TikToks. Your TikToks, you guys are really funny and so cute together." I was like, oh, thank you. She goes, oh, is Isabella here? And I go, yeah, she's here. She's just in the toilet. And then I kind of like not half turn around, but I just thought, you know, you can kind of see when a conversation's ending. Do you know what I mean? I was just seeing if Isabella was there. And as I turned back, there's a man standing next to her with his arm around her. And I kind of like, I was like, what the fuck? It was Francis Bourgeois, the train guy, standing next to that girl who was his missus. And I was like, oh, you're right, mate. Love your shit. He goes, oh, thank you. What's your name? And I go, oh, my name's James. He goes, oh, my name's Francis. And, you know, everyone says, oh, is Francis Bourgeois a fake? Is it an act? Nah. He is, through and through, obsessed with trains, and I'll tell you why. I was telling him about a bit about myself, and he was like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, I'm from Brighton, but I'm originally from Dorset." And he goes, "Oh, so am I." I was like, "Fuck off." I was like, "I love this shit." And he goes, "So what train do you get home?" And I go, "Oh, I don't know. I'm getting a train tomorrow. I'm going back to Dorset." And he goes, "Oh, so you want to get the South Western Railway 875? I went, "Fuck off.
Yeah, because
You've got to be fucking with me right now." I was gassed.
There was like a whole thing going around where people were finding like old photos from him going that he's not actually a train guy. He's actually like this D&B roadman.
Nah, he is train guy. He is actually, he must be D&B but loves trains, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why can't you have
people
both?
like to collect stamps.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean they can't like anime.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I was, you know what, that's the cool part about it, because, you know, you get to meet these people that, you know, he's doing bits. He fucking met the Queen, Prince William the other day.
Really?
On the train.
On the train?
Yeah, it was like a video.
Mad.
And Kate, you know, and it was just like, hello. And I was
yeah,
like,
and
yo.
he does like ads for Gucci and all sorts. Mad.
Yeah, that's mental.
That is mental.
No, yeah, but the Prince of England, Gucci.
I'd rather meet.
I'd rather have a
the
Gucci campaign, yeah, because I want that fucking moolah, baby.
Yeah.
But if I was getting paid the same to meet Gucci or paid to meet Prince William,
I thought you weren't a royalist.
I'm not a royalist. I'm just more like, it's harder to do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because when I said I wanted to watch the coronation, you were like, "Oh, why would you watch that?"
Well, I wasn't like, "Oh, why would you watch that?" It's just like, don't stress out if you can't watch it.
I wasn't stressing.
You were, but you kept the newspaper for when the Queen died.
Loads of people did that. That is a piece of history that I want to show my grandchildren.
Collecting dust at the bottom of our fucking drawer.
Yeah, and it's going to stay there till I have a kid. Until
the
that
kid's
kid
gonna
has
go
a kid. And
wow.
I'll be like, look what grandma saw when she was your age. This was in the paper.
And they'll be like, what's the paper?
Oh my God, yeah, because it would be like a cashless, paperless society, won't it?
It would be, well, it's kind of cashless now, but anyway, let's not get into that. But no, yeah, I just, you know, it's just kind of crazy meeting cool people. And I think he's probably one of the coolest guys I've ever met.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, Francis, if you're watching, I love your shit, man. And I believe you. You are a train guy. And I respect that hustle.
So let's change the tone now.
Let's go a bit down low.
Today and this
morning.
Right now, we are going to talk about the cons of social media. If you guys are interested in getting into it, or you're just curious and nosy, these are the cons that maybe you should know.
Yeah, these are the reasons why you shouldn't do this job.
Ooh, that was a bit harsh.
That was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is the reasons why you don't do sushi. Don't do sushi. Anyway, let's wrap it. Let's go.
Right. Where do I even start?
The moolah.
Why is that a con?
Because where is it? You get told you get bare peas. Where is it?
Yeah, for you, mate, because you make the fucking weirdest TikToks. You make ones where you make me come into you while you're pretending to wank off or something like that. Of course, that's not brand appropriate. That's what do you expect?
Not how it goes down, but I understand.
Yeah.
But because I feel more fulfilled in doing what I want to do.
You feel fulfilled doing that?
Hell yeah, I do. It makes people laugh, makes people smile, you know.
No,
it makes my day, you know. I like making people laugh.
Well, for me, I wanted to talk about kind of like how it's made me feel within.
Mm-hmm. That's deep.
Because it's so weird and it's really hard to articulate. Because if before doing social media, I would look at someone with the following I have, right, and be like, oh my gosh, there's like such a big creator. I bet they are like, they're so cool. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. But now now that I have what I have, I don't really like have that opinion anymore. And I think it's all down to like perspective and comparison and feelings of people kind of like looking down on you almost.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if I'm articulating this right. But basically, I think sometimes the cons of social media is I started it in lockdown, so I wasn't really like meeting creators or anything like that, other people. I wasn't really like going to events and all of that because how could you? You were in lockdown. But then after lockdown, going to events and meeting more TikTokers and all of that, I think it kind of had like a good effect, but there was also a negative effect where it kind of like shifted my mind a bit because of the way I was almost treated by people who had more followers than me. Because I've never really deeped my following. I've never really in my head been like, oh wow, I have loads of followers, like I'm so cool, I'm this, like that's not me even. I'm not even trying to sound humble, that's just, I just haven't really.
It doesn't mean anything to you.
Yeah, it's like I'm just excited that I'm doing this as a job because when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a YouTuber, and this is pretty much the closest I'm going to get to being a YouTuber. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy for the experience. I'm not really much fussed about specifics on how many followers I have. It's more about like the experience that I can gain from it.
Well, yeah, there's so many things you can do. Like being a TikToker or social media, you know, you get to go to these cool places, you get to meet these cool people, you get to work with people that you never thought you'd ever work with, and it's just like, you know, opportunities are mad, and that's kind of like the big selling point I think to people now. And
there's not necessarily right, you've got to have X amount of followers to do that. I think it just depends on your content. But from going to events and meeting creators who do have that opinion that it does matter how many followers you have, I think that made me kind of feel a bit like, oh, maybe I'm like not doing what I'm supposed to be. Maybe I'm not where I'm meant to be.
Makes
or maybe
you question yourself.
Yeah, maybe I'm not doing as well as I thought I was. Because in lockdown, well, even after lockdown, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. I'm so grateful for what I've accomplished. Like I felt really like proud of myself because I was like, wow, like I'm actually accomplishing something I want to do. But then when you meet other people in the field who have maybe done more than you or have more followers than you, I think it does make you question yourself, like, oh, maybe I should be working harder. Maybe actually I haven't accomplished as much as I thought I had because so-and-so's done this and so-and-so's done that. And it's also the way that some people, not all people, just a very few amount of people, they might like talk to you in a certain way or kind of like look down on you in a certain way. It almost makes you believe it yourself, like, oh, maybe I am like not as good as everyone else in this room. Maybe I shouldn't be here. And I think that's where imposter syndrome then comes into play. Yeah,
because you always have that one colleague, no matter what you were, that one colleague who was a bit of a fucking lick arse in it. It's just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
what the fuck was that? Did anybody just...
What was that?
Oh my god.
What?
Our light's blown up. That's just blown up. Oh my god.
Blown up?
Yeah, that just blew up. Shall I turn it back on again?
No, not if it's just blown up.
Just turn it back on again. Bang! Oh!
James!
What?
Did that... You idiot. He just broke a glass. You're such an idiot. That's a nice glass as well.
That was my favourite glass, but at least I got two of them.
Oh, you're buying more.
Yeah, well... That needed a wash anyway. Be careful with that. That's going to blow up.
Shut the fuck up.
So...
Basically, what I'm trying to say is, in any job, there are people that do think that they're better than you and think they do the job better than you. And I think that happens... I didn't know this, but it happens in social media too, because obviously, like, working in Tesco, maybe there was someone there that thought they could do the job better than me. And...
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have imposter syndrome as such. Like, I you know, our managers told us to have an ego. Do you know what I mean? Because we suffer with this where we're like, you know, I don't see the point personally. Let me try and word this in a good way. That I don't feel like I'll go to an event if I want to, and I'll become friends with people who I want to become friends with because I want to, you know, I value that event, that brand. I'm bleeding. And I also value them as like also the friendships. Like I just because you're a social media guy, I don't want to film TikToks with you. I want to be your friend. And you know, people don't have that. People will look at someone and go, they're doing bits, I'm going to film with them and use them. And for me, I don't want to do that. I value like the actual, like the personable shit. So we've been told to get more of an ego, kind of like, you know, no, we are the shit. You know, feel confident in yourself and go to these events and feel like you're okay to be at these events and not like, fucking hell, I feel so small being here. Because one, you've been invited and that's just enough. That's enough recognition for you to be able to go. Like, you've been invited by the actual event, you know. So don't get disheartened and all that, or like don't freak out that someone's bigger than you, because that's just how it is. But, you know, I've also had a lot of people, you know, who are bigger and better than me, who are super fucking nice and super down to earth and actually helpful and like give advice and be really cool. So it's all about the people, because like, you know, just because everyone's doing social media, there are going to be awful people in that job. You're not supposed to get on with everybody, and that is just the truth. And if people are friends with one person, we're not friends with that one person, or people don't like us, that's just how it is. And you can't take it to heart. Like, it's just, you got to move on. And I guess sometimes I compare myself to other people, you know, and I go, I'm not doing as good as them. Like, I'm shit. Like, I'm fucking shit. Like, I make the same type of content and I'm not doing well. And I'm like, is this the right job for me? And I've been struggling that with a lot, like not lately, but recently, past couple of months, where I've been really stuck and frozen on like what content to create, not because I don't want to do it, but because it's not doing well, or it's not gaining me followers, or because so and so smashing it, and I'm like, fucking, how are they doing that? And I've been struggling with that. I'll be looking at other people's like pages all the time, being like, for fuck's sake, they've just gained 10,000 followers in the last week. I've only gained like 20, and it's not about that. It's everyone's on a different journey. And it's also all relative. Like,
I think you can just get sucked into comparing yourself. I think it can be quite a mind game, and also getting a creative like block as well is hard. So when you're in a creative block and then you're like, oh, I feel shit about myself, like I should be posting but I don't know what to post, and then you get sucked into comparing yourself to others, I think that's when it can go a bit bad.
You like spiral, and it's really like, I wouldn't say TikTok or social media is a what's the word? It's not very challenging physically. It's like quite an easy job in that sense, you know. We're not out here performing surgeries. We're not out here building a house. You know, we are. You
don't even need to compare it to that, because
what I'm saying is like, it's not. I never feel like out of breath or like fucking like necessarily like, oh my god, I feel weak from like. Do you know what I mean? For me, it's this mental game. Like any creative job, anybody in the creative industry knows creative block. Also, like working stupid hours. You're self-employed. You haven't got any hours. You've got to work so many hours because you need to pay the bills. Or the worst thing that I struggle with is like, I'm working and I'm not getting any like money or brand deals, and I'm like, what am I working for? In a sense, and I'm like, I'm working so hard and I'm not getting anything from it, and then you start lacking motivation. And but back in the day, you didn't get that because there was no brand deals. You were just doing it for fun, and it kind of makes me upset that sometimes, like, once you're so deep in this job, there's almost like no going back, because like, what are you meant to do? You know, you're so close to your goal, but yet you're so. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Well, you can always get another job, but I think it's because you started it.
Yeah, well, the problem is I don't want another job. I love, so I've been doing it since I was 14, like, and it, like, I now had a second chance to do it again. It's working for me. To then like go back and regret that again for the second time, I've told myself I can never do that. Like, I've got to do something in the creative field, and it'd be really upsetting that, like, because let's say I stopped and get another job, in my head, it's like I failed.
Yeah, I think the thing that's stopping you is your mental health and well-being and your opinion of yourself, because I definitely think your confidence has like deteriorated over the past few months, and like I feel like at the start of TikTok you definitely had an ego, like not in a like I have so many followers, but more just confidence within yourself. Like, you used to do thirst traps and stuff like that. You would never in a million years dream of doing anything like that.
My thirst traps did bang views, mate.
Because they were outrageous.
People were thirsty for Boris Johnson lookalike. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone's going for a weird time. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, that was kind of what was popping off on TikTok, thirst traps. So I thought I'd give it a go. Plus, nobody could bully me because I wasn't seeing anybody. I was stuck at home in COVID times. Like, it was brilliant.
Basically, long story short, the con is it's a mental game, I think, and it takes a lot of consistency and I guess mental strength not to let yourself go down a rabbit hole and start over analysing yourself. But I guess it's kind of inevitable to have that, at least at some point in your TikTok career,
I think,
if you want to call it that, because also you are watching yourself every single day. If you're posting on TikTok every single day, you're constantly watching videos of yourself, and I feel like that can either go one way or the other. You fall in love with yourself, or you just start to despise yourself. And I've definitely had moments where I'm looking at videos and I'm like, I give myself the ick. Like, I actually cringe myself out, and then I'm like, do I even want to post this? Like, if I don't even like it, how can I expect others to like this? Do you know what I mean?
That's like the whole Morgs effect, though, isn't it? Like Morgs said, like he made a little child video, like aimed for children, and it banged, and he made so much money. He was like, I'm gonna run it, and he went so far that people actually started to be like, he hated himself because he's like, he knew he was getting like taking the piss out of it. It wasn't him. He used to make FIFA videos, but he just saw the money and ran with it. And that's the problem. Like, if there's money there and you need it, you go for it. Like, why not? And then you start to go, well, that's not what I actually wanted to do. That's why you get a lot of people in like finance jobs getting fucking money, and they stop and they make a business.
Yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, we could talk about this forever. Let's get on into the questions you guys asked us on Instagram.
Oakley dokley. Right, here we go. So a lot of you guys wanted to know like more like managerial stuff and more like kind of like admin-y, like how do you get into it? Not like, you know, I was expecting more like what's the worst brand deal ever. But everyone's like quite like professional about it, and I kind of like that, like slay. Anyway,
Oh really? That's not the questions I saw.
Oh, maybe I just skipped through the good ones. Okay, so do you feel that social media puts a pressure on you and your relationship? Fucking hell yeah, it does. Holy shit, bro.
No, because we don't think to ourselves, oh my god, we need to make TikTok together. We have to do that. Like, we're not a TikTok couple, I would say.
It puts pressure on a relationship because you're like, I don't want to film for you right now. I can't film these TikToks all the time.
It's a different type of pressure. It's a pressure with like the podcast is more of a pressure than anything else, that's for sure, because we've got to be like business partners in a way, like work colleagues.
We don't work well.
No, we don't work well
We do
together.
argue quite a fair fucking bit.
Oh my god, it's so draining.
I'm draining.
I said it's so draining.
See, it's really started. No, I agree. I feel like it could be quite taxing on the relationship just because, like, you know, I don't know, people have relationships where they kind of have different jobs and they come back and they kind of wind down together. Where we kind of wind each other up.
We are together 24/7.
What's wrong with that?
James, it's not a bad thing.
What's wrong with me?
But of course we're gonna have arguments. Like if you're together with someone that long, like
we
it's
never
not
argue.
a normal scenario. Us being together, like it's not normal. Partners have time apart. We don't have time apart.
We never argue.
What universe are you in?
Tell me how we argue.
We literally argued like half a second ago.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
See, we're arguing. That was a joke, but you didn't play along with it because you're just not fun. Okay, next question.
So over your shit. Let me ask one.
Let me ask one.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I've got it here right now.
What then?
How do you get into it? Does one video go viral and then boom, you get a social media manager?
You post one vid and then boom, everyone's like, oh my god, you're so fit. Oh my god, you're so pretty. Oh my god, I love you. And then basically you just become like a sensation.
When the fuck has anybody called you pretty?
Firstly, I was joking. But secondly, you didn't need... That's so rude. That is so rude. Actually, I get called pretty on the daily, thank you.
By who?
And ugly, though.
That's
and
true.
annoying. And I sound like Horrid Henry. But what comment's the most important one?
The Horrid Henry ones. Probably get some like vocal surgery or something if you feel that concerned.
You don't mind it.
I don't. Oh, that's actually a bit fucking weird. Because he's underage and he's a kid.
Why did you have to make it weird?
No, because that was weird.
No.
Yes. So let's wind that one back a little bit, okay? What are you doing?
I'm about to answer the
you're about
question.
to text. God, this is what happens.
I'm about to text Horrid Henry.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's a bit weird.
Anyway.
Well, have you got that number? He's young.
How do you deal with toxic creators? I'll tell you this. We don't. We stick to ourselves. We stay in this house. We don't ever really leave this house, really. It's just podcast,
I do,
bed,
because I have friends.
Podcast, bed. Do you?
Yes. Do I?
Do you?
Yeah, I
don't
do.
see you leave the house much. We're together 24/7, mate. I'm your friend. I'm your best friend. I'm your lover. I'm your partner. I'm your mommy, as you like to say.
I don't say that anymore because you told me I'm not allowed to say mommy
You
anymore.
say it every single day.
You told me
call
I'm not allowed to say it anymore.
Yes, I did, because it makes me uncomfortable, but you still say it.
How about mother? Mother?
That's
Mother.
awful. He said to me the other day, you like mothering me.
You fucking do.
I don't like
You
mothering
fucking get
you.
some sort of weird kink out of mothering me.
No, I don't. I'm just forced into this mothering position.
No. You think you're forced, but you fucking love it. You love having that, like, fucking cuckold on me, bro.
No, I don't.
You do. You're like, make sure you take your shoes off when you get in the house.
Yeah, because if I don't say that, then you don't take them off.
I fucking do. I didn't take them off.
You don't.
That millisecond you wanted me to take off
No,
my
you
fucking
wouldn't
shoes.
take them off. You walk around in the house with your shoes on all the time.
No, I don't. Okay.
No respect. Anyway.
What's that? Where's the fucking shoes at then? Huh? That's what I thought.
Back to the question. The question is, we kind of just stick to ourselves. And I think it's because, like we said earlier, I think we have like this fear that we think people are going to think that we're like bum licking them, or we're trying to like make a video with them, but in reality we just kind of like want to just
friends.
say hello, you know, have a friend, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we don't really deal with creators full stop, not even toxic ones. So yeah.
I'm trying to grow an account but feel a bit embarrassed to post, get rid of memes, etc. Any tips?
Fuck the haters.
Mm-hmm.
If your friends are judging you, it's probably either because maybe it's uncommon in your neighbourhood for people just to randomly start video them.
Uncommon in your
videoing
neighbourhood.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's a weird way of saying it.
In your area, in your environment, maybe that's uncommon, and maybe they're like, okay, what's Sally doing? Or they're just jealous that you have the balls to do it. And if you're going to do social media, you can't let yourself get embarrassed. You've just got to live life and not give a fuck about anything and realise that life isn't that deep.
But it's hard to not give a fuck when you used to get bullied.
Yeah, that
I
is
used to get
sad.
bullied all the time.
Yeah, but you push through, and now look where you are.
That's not true.
You're making an irrelevant podcast with your beautiful, sexy girlfriend that you met through social media. If you didn't post those Boris Johnson TikToks, would you have ever met the love of your life?
Who the fuck is that? I'm her. Is there another guest? Is there a third person on this podcast? Because I don't fucking know where she's at.
I'm not even fazed by this.
Nah.
Because I know what you say behind closed doors.
What do I say behind closed doors?
I love you so much. I want to do everything for you. I want to make you happy. I want to be the best version of myself for you.
And is that such a horrible thing?
No, it's not a horrible thing, but don't act like you don't give a shit about me.
I do care a lot about you.
So show it. Show the world.
I do show the world. This is my girlfriend, everybody. I care about her.
Cool.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
I just shouted that to the whole 5 people.
I miss the days where you used to make TikToks dedicated to me. Where you used to be like, wow, look at this beautiful girl, everyone.
I still do that sometimes.
When?
I have done a fair few.
No, if you ever post a TikTok of me, it's like some ugly fugly one where you've got like a mugshot of me.
Yeah, that I still love you and that's still showing you off. Maybe not the way you want it.
Yeah.
Fucking fine. I'll let you have my phone. You make whatever TikTok you want and I'll post it. If you fucking want it that bad.
No. I'm not Hailey Bieber.
Hailey Bieber?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what she does. I don't give a shit. What does Hailey Bieber do?
Oh, people say that she takes Justin Bieber's phone and posts photos of herself on his account.
Slay.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I would do the same if I was in her scenario.
Yeah, well, you're not. So you're lucky you're with me, eh?
Yeah, I'm lucky we're not in a love triangle.
Oh, I love someone else. So, no, it doesn't matter.
Your mum.
Your mum. Anyway.
So no.
Have you got any more questions?
Have you?
No, that's why I asked you. Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Why'd you make me always get...
Why do you make me...
Is it actually a dream job or is it just easy?
Easy. Joking. Dream job.
Dream job.
It's a dream job for me because I want to inspire the nation. I want to change the world. I want comedy to heal people.
You want to change the world with your weird sexual TikToks.
What TikToks do I make that sexual?
Every joke that you make on TikTok is sexual.
Not true.
Okay, give me an example of one video that you've made recently that isn't to do with sex.
Me wanted to eat the salad and I wanted to eat it and you said I can't.
Salad?
Yeah, I was eating that in the garden. POV, your friend wants to try some of your food.
Yeah.
Was that sexual?
No, it wasn't. Someone said, "Do you feel sorry for people with 9-to-5s, or would you prefer that structure?" I don't feel sorry for people with 9-to-5s because not everyone wants to do
what we want to do
a self-employed job.
But I do miss the structure.
I think the structure is good, but I still prefer this, of course.
No, I still prefer this job, but we're learning how to structure this job better because the best thing about this job is almost the freedom but then that freedom can become a curse where you feel like you do nothing. So it'd be nice to do you know when you get home from work, it's 5 o'clock, you get home, you just switch off.
Yeah.
You just don't.
It's hard to switch off.
Yeah.
When
Even
you do
when I'm
creative.
at a mate's house, I'm always thinking what video could I film?
Yeah.
Or fuck, what have I got to do tomorrow? And when am I going to do that? 8 p.m. Fucking
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. It all depends on your motivation and your Discipline, yes.
And you've got nothing. You've got no discipline.
Me. Don't even go there, mate. Don't even go there. Who's the one that woke up at 8 a.m. today? Me.
Yeah, and who the fuck woke up at 8 a.m, decided to open up a fucking parcel in the room, completely get all the fucking eye contact bullshit.
My contact lenses. I didn't open a parcel. I opened my contact lenses that I wear on the daily. Is that all right?
Can you not do that in the bathroom?
The bathroom is in our bedroom.
But you did it at the end of the bed.
No,
Also,
it's time to get up. It's Monday to Friday. Get up.
No.
You shouldn't be lying in. You should be hustling.
No.
Talk about discipline. Get up.
I'll get up at fucking 9, mate. The job starts at 9 till 5.
Yeah.
Why am I up at 8?
Starts at 9.
Where's my fucking commute? Into the second bedroom? Well, that'll take me an hour. You just get up for the sake of getting up. You're like one of those fucking entrepreneurs.
No, because we've got
I'll wake up at 4 o'clock and do Forex trades. What fucking for, mate?
No.
You can wake up at 7 o'clock and do that shit. You can wake up at 10 p.m. and do that shit. What have I done today for you? I built your fucking cupboard.
You've done fuck all. You said you were going to build my drawers. How are they built? No, you threw a fit. You were
I threw a fit?
My hands hurt. Oh, my hands are so sore.
Fucking you get on the fucking floor and graft then, yeah?
No, because that is a man's job.
It's a man's job, is it?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, so where the fuck is my dinner?
I made you lunch. What are you saying? Where's your dinner? I made you a nice pasta
dish. Where's my breakfast? Where's my coffee?
Hilarious. Am I not the one that at 11 o'clock at night were you playing your FIFA game on your phone? I was the one doing the food shop. There's a food shop, but that is delivering in 15 minutes as we speak, where your dinner and your breakfast and your lunch is going to arrive. And I was actually about to ask you what you want for dinner. So, fuck you. And this is where the mothering comes in.
No.
Because I want a man that can make me dinner.
I can make you dinner. But why would I want to make dinner for you? I'm joking.
You know you're not.
I am.
There was truth in that. And do you know what? Fair enough. That's actually made me realise a lot of things.
Oh my god.
No, because at the start you used to make me dinner and now you don't. You just don't try.
This is a very deep turn of events.
How did we get here?
I don't know. But all that matters is I love you.
Do you?
It's
Do you guys have private accounts for friends and family? No.
No, but I know friends that do.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. But
Yeah.
I don't really have that much family.
Pretty much all my friends have a secret account. But I don't. But I don't really post on my own account on Instagram.
I guess like Facebook is like a private account.
Not if they type your name in and find you.
Yeah, but it can be private. You don't have to accept people.
Yeah, but it's like a different username. It hasn't got your name on it. It'll be like, I don't know.
Your mum 24.
Yeah, it'd be like your mum's well fit. Isabella Hill's mum. 24.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Right, one more or
One more. Load it up, baby.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Joking. Do you ever feel pressured by social media to look or act a certain way? No, because I started this social media always looking crusty, and I think it's actually a rare occasion where I look good on social media, so I don't feel pressured to look a certain way.
Sorry, I'm in the mood just to fucking go at you, mate.
To be fair, true.
No, but same. I worn this hat for a week and a half because our boiler's not fixed yet.
Yeah.
And I wear the same clothes every 4 days.
We haven't had hot water for over a week, so that's fun.
But let's start fresh, clean slate. I love you and I think you're great.
Oh.
Jokes. Sorry. I had to get that out. That's my last one. I love you. And I think you're amazing. And I'm very lucky to have you.
Cool.
Right, are we going to end this podcast or are we going to keep on going, baby?
I'm going to do a random. I'm just going to... What's the best thing about your job and what's the worst? Boring.
Any
Doesn't
danger?
even make sense. Do you feel think it's fucked up having to always justify yourself in the eyes of the media?
Yeah, I do, mate.
Well, I don't think we ever have to.
Yeah, you know, I always get cancelled just from being me, being too good looking, too funny, just too
It's hard being perfect.
It's hard. It is. It's really hard to be me.
Yeah.
Because the sex appeal is there. People are jealous of it. They hate it.
Yeah.
Well, how can a man be so sexy on TikTok and not be taken down all the time, just having the raw sex appeal? They don't get it. Neither do I. I'm just born this way.
Pretty privilege.
How can you be so funny and, you know, but also never get cancelled? I'm getting cancelled for that. Do you know what I mean? How are you always so kind to everybody? Like, surely he's fake. Why am I getting cancelled for that? I'm just a kind guy. Why is he so confident? Surely he's not real. I am real. Why am I getting cancelled for that? He's such a good boyfriend and doesn't need to be mothered.
My glass is full of how much I can take.
Is it full? Is it at the peak?
Yeah, it's overflowing right now of how much I can take of James Foreman and his sarcastic.
A whole 8 inches.
You wish.
Well, anyway, guys, it's a really good time.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week at 6 p.m. Thursday. Be there, be square. Follow us on all our socials, YouTube. Review this if you're on Spotify. Follow the Instagram, all of that jazz. And also, once again, another disclaimer: we did not make this TikTok for you to feel sorry for us. Oh. We did not make. Sorry, I'm malfunctioning right now. We love our job, and we are so blessed to be able to even call this a job. Thank you, guys.
Thanks to you guys. That is genuinely true.
Yeah, thank you guys for making our dreams come true. Seriously, I'm living my best life. Yeah, I've got a bit of mental health issues, but
would have happened either way.
That can be sorted. Yeah, would have happened. No. Right, love you.
Love
bye.
you guys. See you later. Peace. If you made it this far, comment
peace.
Comment peace. Yeah, that's actually very clever.
Yeah.
See you guys later.